Happy Friday, everyone, and thank you so much for joining me this evening. I'm super excited to be here. I'm super excited to be telling you about what we have in store for March, and I appreciate you taking time out of your weekend eve to join me to kick off our March festivities. So I sent an email earlier today, and I hope that everybody had a chance to kind of jump in and get a chance to register for this broadcast tonight. But I can't tell you how excited I am to get to talk about a lot of the things that we have to offer for our March giveaway, in addition to the one thing that is probably the most exciting for me, which is going to be a topic that I reveal a little bit later in the conversation. So let's see here. I just want to go ahead and pull up a few things, but kind of jumping right into this. March is by far one of my favorite months. There's tons of stuff that goes on in March, right? It's St. Patrick's Day. It's March Madness. Go Cards, by the way. It's also my birthday, and for me, one of the biggest things that I love about March is the weather starts to change. And what that means for me is I can get outside and especially get into my shop, which is going to become especially relevant in some of our later conversations tonight. So the other thing that is super exciting about March is, this contest, obviously, but is what we're going to be doing throughout the course of March. And that's what's been pretty much all of February has been a planning period for me. And that is why we didn't have another giveaway in February. But that is, we're starting March off, and we wanted to jump back in with another giveaway, and we wanted to really bring a lot of focus to it this month. So I want to talk a little bit about what we're doing, but then also I want to address the elephant in the room, which is probably why am I doing this broadcast in a closet? So let's talk about that for just a second. And if you haven't guessed already, our focus for March is going to be around closets. So how did we get here? How did we land on the topic of closets for March? And the way that we got here was in January, when we initially kicked off the year, we started with an Ultimate Organization giveaway. And we took that and generated a lot of buzz. We built a pretty decent audience out of that, and we got a lot of great feedback. So we certainly appreciate everybody that participated in that. And we love all the comments and all the feedback that we received. One of the main things that we were doing during that period, though, was really reaching out and trying to engage with everyone and figure out what were topics that were challenging, or what were things that our audience really wanted, or you really wanted to kind of see in our brand as we grow and as we mature. And what we started to see as a recurring topic was closets. We heard people that wanted to see different ways to design their closet, different ways to organize the things that they had in their closet. And it seemed to be a relevant challenge for a lot of people. There were a few others that came up, but one of the ones that we wanted to kind of address was the closet organization. And specifically for me, when I started to kind of see that theme, I realized in my own closet that I neglected a lot. And there was a lot of room for improvement. So the space that I'm in right now is not a very large closet. It is a walk-in, but it is relatively small. But the main thing that I have a problem with in this closet is it's not a very good use of the functional space. So one of the things you may notice behind me is, if you can see it, is that there's a bunch of shelves. Unfortunately, they're behind all the clothes, so I never even remember if I put stuff back there. It's a very unusable space, and I started to kind of think through this during February, and this topic of closets kept coming into my head, like, okay, what can I do with a closet that's going to be helpful for the brand, that's going to address some of the concerns that people brought up in the engagements. And that kind of just spurred this like chain reaction of things. So initially we planned coming into February to just jump right into another giveaway. We were just going to kind of, go month to month with giveaway after giveaway and try and drum up a bunch of interest and try and drum up, as much content as we could to provide to our audience around organizing different areas of the home, organizing different, types of rooms, different things like that. But what we found is the more that we dug in and the more questions that we had and the more engagement that we got from the audience, there were some centralized themes. There was a lot of people that had a lot of interest in the kitchen, and that is one that we are most certainly going to tackle. But again, the closet was one that I felt like I could add a lot of value in my own life by coming in and trying to put together a transformation. So that is kind of how we landed with our topic or our focus for March being the closet. And I'm pumped to actually get in here and start working on this thing and show you guys some different techniques, some different organizational styles, but more importantly, the big reveal that we have for March is that we're actually going to tear this closet completely down to bare bones and start over from scratch and build up from the floor, essentially. So we're going to take this unusable space behind me, this very non-functional closet as it exists today, and completely reinvent it. So we're going to look at implementing new shelving systems, figuring out a way to put this clothes rack behind me into either a new place, or I have an idea for it, but I'm not going to get too much into that right now because I think it'll be more fun to kind of address during the month of March. But we're going to try and figure out how to get back into that space behind this and actually make it functional so that we can use a lot more of the area here on top of making it a lot more aesthetically pleasing. So for me, I'm a country boy and I live in the city, but I like to bring a lot of that rustic appeal, that rustic feel. So we're going to be kind of melding the urban city feel with a very rustic style. And this closet makeover that we're doing is going to be a rustic closet makeover. So with that in mind, we're actually going to be doing a rustic closet giveaway to accompany the rustic closet renovation, which is going to be pretty awesome, I think. And I will be going in and talking a lot about those topics. But before I jump right into the topics, I want to take 1 second just to kind of talk about a little bit more of the things that happened during the February timeframe that got us to where we are today. So one of the big ones that happened during February was a realization on my part that doing all of the content, writing all of the productivity articles, writing all of the Pomodoro technique and organization articles, doing all the social management, trying to get the website up and running, doing the products and doing everything else was extraordinarily time consuming. And it was taking away from my ability to kind of engage with the audience, talk with people, understand, what are the challenges that people were having. So in order to move forward, in order to really, really build up what we're trying to do with Homies, I decided that it was going to require more people. And to do that, I decided that one of the main things that I wanted to kind of offload was a lot of the writing and a lot of the social management, as well as a lot of the analytics and the targeting. Those were two areas that, while I enjoyed them, they were just very time consuming, and you can kind of go down a wormhole with the numbers and analytics, especially with all the platforms today. So I brought on Jennifer Wright, who you may have already seen some of her articles that she's written. She's actually, I think, posted 2 now. She did one on shoe organization, and she did another one on hanging clothes organization, and she recently published those for us. But in addition to the article writing that she's been doing, she's also been setting up a lot of the new social channels that we're running and a lot of management of the current ones that we have. So she's been helping with posts. She's been helping with a lot of those aspects. So just wanted to take a quick second to recognize her, give her a big shout out because she's been doing an awesome job. The other person that we brought on was, again, targeting those analytics, targeting the numbers, and that's Roje Braga. She is a wizard with the numbers and with targeting, with figuring out what are the different themes that we should be going after. She was instrumental in helping us determine that, okay, we should kind of focus on closet, and we should focus on maybe rustic themes, and we should do these types of things. She's been helping with optimization on the website. She's been providing Jennifer with a lot of the topics that she's been leveraging in the articles she's writing. So Roja has been a huge part of us getting to where we are today in March. So I just want to take a really quick second to recognize both of them and kind of welcome them to the team. So huge shout out to Jennifer and Roja. So the next big thing is kind of talking about our giveaway. I know that's what a lot of people are joining tonight for. That's what a lot of people want to hear about. So let's go ahead and do that announcement. So again, it's going to be Rustic themed, and the intent being that all the products that were chosen for the Rustic Closet giveaway that we're doing are, hold on one second, I'm pulling it up on the screen. Switching over. Okay, so a lot of the products that we chose for this giveaway are specifically, rustic style. But the thing that we're going to do with a lot of these is incorporate them into the design process that we're using in the Rustic Closet renovation. So the products that we chose, and I'm going to highlight each of them as I kind of go through. But you'll see that it's similar in value to the last giveaway that we did. But we tried to kind of keep that theme consistent with, hey, these are products that will really help transform a closet. And if you're not really a rustic type of person, we understand that not everybody has that style, but that is something that's going to be consistent with the brand going forward, is just that rustic appeal. That's something that it's very near and dear to my heart. As I mentioned, I'm from the country. I like that style. I like the earth tones. I like browns, I like wood, I like all of that type of stuff. So it makes it a lot more exciting and fun for me whenever we're going through these renovations that we're going to be planning from month to month going forward, and also targeting some of these organizational products and targeting some of the stuff that I think is going to be really valuable as we progress forward. So these products, again, were kind of hand chosen by the team. They had a lot of input, and hey, these are things that we like. These are things that we would love to see in our own closets. I know Jennifer's still, it cracks me up because she was talking about this boot rack. And I had no idea what it was. I had no idea what she was talking about. But this particular boot rack, it holds 6 pairs of boots. And the challenge that she said she had with a lot of those was that they fold over and they're hard to organize. They're hard to kind of, keep to put anywhere because of their shape and the way that they kind of are so lengthy, and they just kind of flop around, and they're hard to put in the closet. So she brought this product to me and she said, hey, this is something that I would love to have. I really like this. So we want to incorporate that in here. Now, this is obviously not going to be something that's probably going in my closet because I don't have a lot of tall boots, but we know that a lot of the people in our audience, even if a guy were to win and doesn't have tall boots, I'm sure that his wife or girlfriend or someone in his family would be more than happy to take this off their hands. So I think this is a great product. I would have never thought of this on my own account, but once she pointed it out, I thought it was awesome. So that's one of the products that's going to be in the bundle that we're giving away. Another one that we're giving away are these wall hooks. These were something that I just loved. So cast iron, rustic, it just embodies that rustic feel to me. It's got that kind of old metal look to it. And these hooks are something that will be getting incorporated into the rustic renovation that I'm doing in my own closet. So we're including 4 of those in the giveaway package. And you don't necessarily have to use them in your closet. You can use them just inside your door for coat rack if you really want to. But I'm going to be incorporating them into the closet design that I'm doing. The other one that we're giving away is a just kind of a rustic shelving system. So where I was envisioning this would be something to put on maybe the back of your door, or potentially just on a empty wall outside of the closet, or if you have a large walk-in closet, you could have it in there. And I think that this one would be a really cool product to showcase certain things in or maybe just make it a little easier to find, those things that you use frequently. One of the other things, this one's kind of a given for a closet, is hangers. So part of the topic that Jennifer covered in her latest article on hanging organization was really just consistency in the hangers. So whenever you look at your closet and you're looking at a bunch of different, white plastic hangers or wire hangers that you got from the dry cleaner, or just different styles of hangers, it just kind of looks cluttered. So one of the easiest things that you can do to kind of make it visually more appealing and just kind of dress up the closet and also make it feel consistent is just buy a set of hangers that are consistent, and then use those and throw out all the old plastic or metal hangers that you may have. So we're including a pack of 20 walnut hangers, so can kind of keeping with that dark wood theme. But this is something that I feel like is a necessary. And you may have noticed in the backdrop that I already have those hangers for my own closet. So kind of moving forward with the next product, we have totes. So again, brown, it's just kind of staying with the theme. But these totes were really interesting to me because at first I thought they were wood, like a wicker basket. But then the more I looked at them, the more I realized that it's more like a nylon strap. So it's going to be very durable, and I think that they're going to be great. They're 8 inches by 10 inches by 12 inches, so 8 inches deep, 10 inches wide, and 12 inches. I'm sorry, 8 inches high, 10 inches deep, 10 inches wide, 12 inches deep. Sorry, got the measurements all wrong. But these totes, we're including 3 of those, so that you can kind of use them on different shelving if you want to do it that way, or just to kind of make it consistent within your closet, so you can have 3 of those as opposed to just getting 1. We thought it'd be better to include more than 1. And then the final product that we included, again, just because I love earth tones and I love that kind of stone look, I think that embodies a rustic appeal. We're including 5 little succulent plants that you can kind of use to dress up your closet. And these are just kind of to go along with it. It's not really necessarily a organizational thing or anything like that, but we just thought they were kind of nice and will look good with the brown rustic theme that we're going with. So that is the full package. So that's what you're essentially entering to win in our rustic closet giveaway. If you want to enter, the post should be live now. So it should have gone live about 5 minutes ago. And I'm going to go ahead and send that across the bottom of the screen now. So you can find that there. Obviously, you can find that on our Facebook page. I will be posting an updated link on the website shortly, and you'll also start to see the email communications and all of that go out. So if you missed the link here, don't worry about it. We'll make sure that you find it and that you can easily get to the giveaway link so that you can go ahead and enter for the contest. And again, I'm going to go ahead and just stripe the products that were included along there again. So I'm going to go ahead and bring it back to me. Sorry, it's a little bit of a challenge trying to manage the broadcast and clicking through a lot of this stuff at the same time. So bear with me for just 1 second. I got to find my screen so I can come back. Okay, so products are scrolling, and again, the biggest thing for me, the most exciting part of this whole project is not necessarily the giveaway. While that is an awesome benefit of what we're doing, the intent behind what we're trying to build on the brand is really to try and add value to our audience, is to find ways that can make your life easier. So, different organizational techniques. We're trying to share as many tips and tricks that we kind of come across, that myself, that I use, or that Jennifer may enlighten me to, like the boot rack organizer, or that Roje comes up with her targeting. But all of this stuff is really just, we want to try and provide as much value, because at the end of the day, when you come home, you don't want to just feel like you're in a cluttered mess and it's just one more thing to deal with. We're all hardworking. We all want to get out and, enjoy ourselves. But at the end of the day, our home is our home. We don't want to come back to it and feel like it's just another chore on the list. So we want to try and take care of that. And, the big thing for me, and I've written a few articles in the blog on this, is trying to embody really, really solid habits and really look at environmental design. So designing the environment that you live in, designing your home to really help make your life easier, help keep you productive, help keep you on task towards your goals so that you can, become a better person, become whatever it is that you're after. At the end of the day, our home is where we want to kind of come back to, and that's our home base. That's where we want to feel safe. We want to, it's our stuff. We want to make it look, feel, and operate the way that we want to personally live and be. So that's really the message. And then the big thing for the month of March, again, is going to be this renovation. I am so excited to get in here and start tearing all this stuff down. So a lot of what you're going to start seeing over the next month is going to be broadcast out on our social channels. You're going to see that on Facebook. You're going to see that on LinkedIn. You're going to see Jennifer's going to be posting a lot of the articles on LinkedIn as well as on the website. So you'll be able to find them on both of those channels. On Facebook, I'm going to be doing a lot more of these broadcasts. And I'm going to probably be doing some of them live with the renovation. So think DIY network, renovation shows, that type of stuff. I'm going to be doing some live action stuff, but a lot of it's going to be more of the after effect of hey, here's everything that happened this past day. Because I don't want to just bore you with me sitting here hammering nails into the wall or something like that. But the idea behind it, I'm really, really excited. I'm going to kind of follow the process from tear down to design. So I like to use a lot of design tools to kind of picture the room before I actually start putting stuff into it. And I'm going to show you a lot of the process that I go through to do those things, as well as, what are the things that I'm taking into consideration. So why am I designing a shoe bin with 12 bins? Well, maybe I have 12 pairs of shoes, stuff like that. So I'm going to be really focusing in on why I'm making the decisions that I'm making along the way, and why those pertain to the organization, the environmental design that I talk about a lot of times, as well as the aesthetic appeal and a lot of that stuff. So I geek out over this. This is a dream for me, is just to get in here and be able to kind of build and also share this with a lot of people. So this is going to be a really fun project for me. And I'm again, really, really excited to be able to kind of broadcast this, and hopefully I'll get a little bit better with my delivery. It's a little rough. It's been about 10 years since I had to do a public speaking course in college. So this is a little different, not exactly a public audience sitting in front of me, but I know that you're out there. So it is a little nerve-wracking. So again, those social channels are out there, but here's the big one that we would really, really love to get your help with. So we started our YouTube channel. Some of you may have seen the initial blast that we did. It was a cooking show with my mom. We are still working on that one. But the next generation of that is going to be renovations, right? So we're going to do a lot of renovations. We do still plan on having the easy cooking meals and things like that. My mom did an awesome job with the last one. And she's still kind of finding her feet for being on camera as well, but she was really excited to do that, and she loved hearing about the feedback that she got from the audience as well. So we're going to be doing the cooking shows. We're also going to do these renovation shows, but for YouTube specifically, we don't have enough subscribers yet. So we would love to, while we don't have a lot of content out there yet, the intent is that we will. But in order for us to get our custom URL, so youtube.com/homies, we actually need more subscribers. They won't let us actually get a custom URL. So it would be a huge, huge benefit for us if you could follow our YouTube channel, and I will be sure to send out a link in an email follow-up after this that'll give you kind of the long URL channel today. And if you just subscribe to that channel, that'd be a major, major help for us to go ahead and get that URL that we're trying to get. Once we got that up and running, like I said, the intent is that we're going to kind of run this in a weekly series. So this first week from now until next weekend is going to be tear down and planning. So you'll see a lot of the clothes and a lot of the racks and everything coming out of the closet. You'll see some designs, some models being put together. You'll see some of the sketches that I've already done, some of the ideas and some of the things like that I've put together. So that's I'm excited to kind of share those with you. But one of the other things that we would love to hear is just feedback. We want to know, is this something you're interested in? Is this something that's exciting for you? Is this something that, you know, is kind of on target with what we were hearing initially during that January push? And if so, we want to hear more ideas, more of the things that you want to see, more of the topics that you want us to cover, because that's going to help us drive, the April giveaway, as well as the April renovation, as well as the next month and the next month and the next month. So the more feedback we can get from you, the better. And we love hearing from that. I know for myself personally, I try to respond to every message that comes in, either on Facebook or the social channels, or email, or even Messenger. So feel free to reach out to me directly. I love interacting with the audience, with people. So just feel free to reach out on any of those channels. I know Jennifer is also monitoring those, so you may get a message from either me or her. But if you want to direct it to one or the other, just call us out by name, Matt, by the way. That's really what we've got to offer. So like I said, March is going to be an exciting month. Very, 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 very happy for everybody to have joined tonight, and I appreciate all the time. I know it is a weekend eve, so taking the time out of your night to join us, we really appreciate that. And I look forward to seeing all of the entries come in, and love, like I said, comments and feedback. And I see that there's a lot of live comments coming through, so definitely appreciate that. And I'm looking forward to kicking things off. So you probably will see another video coming out sometime this weekend. So outside of that, that's all I really have for tonight. And I hope that everybody has a wonderful weekend, and I will see you on the next video. So have a great night, everyone.